Now it's time for a poem. I usually start new gigs, new places with this one. It's called The Initiation Ceremony. Sing as I'm a virgin here. Um, it goes like this. Take off your pants and show us your willy. We know it's irrelevant, but we don't think it's silly. Shove a lit candle up your arse, sing a song and do a strange dance. Swear an oath of loyalty and secrecy. We don't want anyone knowing what goes on in here. Then you're a fully fledged member of the gang. Let's get this party off with a bang. When I was a little girl, about between the age of 7 and 9, we lived in Mauritius, and we were friends with an Indian doctor out there, and he used to tell us the most hilarious stories. And one of them was when he was training to be a doctor. This would never happen now. Health and safety regulations, it wouldn't be allowed. We're going back about 60 years when he was training, 60, 70 years when he was training. And he was telling us that every doctor student got allocated a corpse. And a bit freaky. They've got to dissect it. And so to get into the frame of mind of be able to deal with that gross, cutting them and getting all the organs out and everything, they dress them up and take them to the annual party. I don't know whether it was a Christmas party or not, but anyway, they took them to an annual students' party. And this is a poem based on that. True story, based on a true story. The student doctor's Christmas party. Where do you go to when you die? To a party, of course, if you meet the right guy. Let's look at that through telescope glasses. They're all in the morgue, dressing their partners. Some have got dresses, some have got wigs, some haven't got shoes, some look quite sick. They're off to the students' Christmas do, the doctors, the nurses, the hullabaloo. Finally they're ready to part. They all opt for buses, it's more of a laugh. The bus conductor looks quite puzzled. One of his passengers is wearing a muzzle. Got sharp teeth, explains his chum. He bit a client on the bum. Doesn't say much, the conductor remarks. No, got a problem with drink, already dead drunk. Finally they get to the place, and one of the stiffs falls flat on his face. The party is going with a swing. The music is loud and there's plenty of drink. They arrange the stiffs around the room. Someone remarks, Dr. Livingstone, I presume? He seems quite pale, I thought he was dead. No, just a long time spent cooped up in bed. The night moves on and everyone's drunk. Nobody notices the stiffs have been dumped. A philosophy student theorises the world, not realising it's to some stiff old girl. There's a couple smooching in the corner. Unsuspecting them, one of them's as dead as a doorknob. Someone's got 2 fags up his nostrils, wearing a vampire costume. Some of you may be too young, some of you may be too old, but some of you may remember a song called The Monster Mash. It's the late 70s, and I've been listening to poetry to music, and I also a while ago started to try and write a song of mine, and I've combined a poem the Monster Mash to the choruses of, because that's as far as I got, of the songs I wrote. Okay, and here it goes like this. It's called The Rabbit, the Hamster and the Vacuum Cleaner. One day I was doing the hoovering up when the vacuum jammed with a great big thump. You stupid little hammy got your head stuck up the vacuum because the rabbit got amorous. The next thing I knew, he was up the tube, hurtling towards the eternal bag. Found him in the end, he was covered in dust. The rabbit was still filled with lust. Reached him under the tap, the hamster not his friend. Hid him behind the U-bend. Carried on the cleaning with the hamster safely preening. And then again, the hoover Jan. You stupid little rabbit, got your willy up the vacuum, 'cause the hamster got up there first. I didn't have to pay to castrate him. After the vacuum cleaner had done its thing, they did the vac. It was a huge success, they did the vac. But it didn't caress, they did the vac. And they buggered it up, they did the vac. And now it doesn't work. Thank you. When I was younger, my sister and I used to travel to school by train and back again. And this is something based on a true story that happened. It's called the Knicker Sniffer. He sniffs knickers, my sister mouthed to me, standing in the corridor on the train, as the middle-aged man was attempting to chat me up in an 11-year-old schoolgirl. What? I said. Knicker Sniffer, she mouthed, pointing at him. What? I shouted. Knicker Sniffer, she whispered, pointing at him again. Oh, I said, turning to the man. You must be the famous Knicker Sniffer who hangs around the washing line in people's gardens, sniffing knickers. Pleased to meet you. He choked, the other passengers looked, and the kids in the corridor laughed. Thank you. When I was younger, I did a dance. I really wanted to be a dancer. Pretty crap at it, but there you go. I wanted to be a dancer, so I did a dance class, and none of us could dance, so I didn't feel left out. And we did this show, and the people that ran it, and we're all about sort of 18, 16, that sort of 15, that sort of age, and they treat us like kindergarten schools. They're kind of, come on boys and girls, let's do this and let's do that, and I thought, oh God, this is awful. Anyway, we did this show and I thought, this is going to be absolute crap. And I thought, I know, I'll ad lib. So all through the rehearsals, because I knew they'd not let me do the show if I did it before, I did exactly as it was planned by the teachers. And on the night of the show, this is what happened. The dance show. The curtain went up, time for the show. The music starts and on we go. The first scenes of the sea and the waves. I thought it funny to run across stage. Pretending a shark's chasing me, and the others are dancing gracefully. I run here, I run there, mouthing for help everywhere. They stand backstage urging me off. I decide to ignore them, of course. They're getting quite frantic, I am pedantic in my knowledge of getting a laugh. Comedy is my handicraft. We finish that scene, I get cuffed round the ear. I can't understand it, the applause was gigantic. They give me a warning, not a bit daunting, for I'm on a roll and don't need to be told. I'm not on again until the last scene, dreaming of life on the big screen. They're doing the Charlton, I'm doing the can-can, and it goes like this. Da 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 da. Thank you. When my daughter was younger, she used to have imaginary ponies, and one day she gave me one as a present, and I wrote a poem about it. It's called Esmeralda. When my daughter was about 7, she had a lot of imaginary ponies that she used to hang out with. One day she gave me one. I think his name was Esmeralda. It was the best present anyone ever gave me. I took it everywhere with me. It meant I was never alone, even when Fernanda, my daughter, was at school. Every morning, after I dropped her off in the playground, I used to take Esmeralda to the park, and we would gallop around together for about an hour. In those days I used to work packing apples for the supermarket. Of course the pony came too. She used to help me pack the apples into bags. She was a bit naughty though, and used to eat most. At the end of the day she always had a tummy ache, and it was a bit of a task getting her out of the door. I would give her a bowl of warm water and Alka-Seltzer. It always made her make bottom noises, and with a gust of wind she would go flying out of the room all the way back home, where I would come back and find her lying in the bed tucked up in the duvet with a hot water bottle, groaning that she was uncomfy and wanted a tender stroke. Then the next day she would do the same again. Thank you. This is a poem about my childhood. Dancing with Florence to the 68 beats. When my parents used to go out at night, Florence would babysit. She was our maid. I used to love cuddling her, and she always had a big happy smile and was round like a teddy bear. As soon as I had gone, I'd say, "Okay, Florence, shall we put some music on?" And she would laugh, and I'd, "Yes, let's dance." She would then let me pick out a record from the record box we kept. We'd had all the latest sounds, the Beatles, Sandy, the Kinks. My favourite was the Twist. My sisters taught it to me at Christmas time. Florence would smile and put it on. How we would dance around the room, and how I loved it. Just Florence and me holding hands, dancing our hearts out, and smiling and laughing all the way. Thank you. I usually end my gigs with a blessing to send out to all of you, and I'm going to do one tonight, especially since it's a charity gig, and this is it. May the angels watch over you. May you be blessed with the gift of insight. May you be guided by the divine light and always be positive. Let peace follow you wherever you go. May you always do the right thing. May you never want for more than you need. May these blessings fulfill you. Thank you. Good night.